The Todd Shapiro Show.
Time to hit the button!
On Canada Talks, SiriusXM 167.
To start the program, it's definitely a client of ours, but a friend of mine as well, as we've gotten to know each other over the last couple of months. And they're coming in with some big news. I figured, let's throw them on air and talk about it. Always neat and great to catch up with Silas Garrison of HealthSpace. Hey, Silas.
Hey, Todd. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. No, of course. Whereabouts are you today?
Just located in my hometown, Charlotte. Typical normal day. It's sun shining. It's gorgeous out. And, well, we signed the contract with Florida, so it's a great day.
Yeah, great day for the company. Why don't just, maybe for people who didn't hear you the first time, why don't you give a little brief synopsis of HealthSpace and then this big deal that you guys got going on? Because I think it's super impressive, man.
Thanks, Todd. Yeah, so we have a suite of products as HealthSpace. We sell this into state and local government agencies to help them more efficiently provide regulation to private businesses. We operate mainly in the areas of like the health department, which is what this Florida contract is. So they'll be using our software, as most of our clients do, for everything from licensing and inspections of businesses like restaurants, pools, hotels, hospitality. The list goes on and on. But then they also use it for all the back office inner workings, billing and invoicing, all those type of things. So that's who we are as HealthSpace, and that's what we are now going to be delivering to the state of Florida for well over 1,000 government employees who will use this on a daily basis.
Wow, and it's a pretty big deal, right? Financial deal?
Yeah, it is actually the largest in the company history, just over $3.2 million US, and that'll be a 5-year contract. It's very exciting. We actually have 3 extra contract years into the contract, but that's not included in the $3.2 million that we announced. So it's a really big deal. It's going to be a very large commitment on our part and on the state's part. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, one of the things that we chatted about last time, and it's a great video, by the way, on YouTube, too, if people want to see the old interview, was sort of your relationship at HealthSpace with like, the governments. And that's a big deal. What advice would you give to those who need to deal with governments to get, big deals done?
Patience, understanding, and quite frankly, just honest, transparent communication goes a long way. When you're working with these government agencies and you're working with very sensitive information, stuff that impacts them on a daily basis and in the real world, you got to be cognizant of the fact that, you're not just selling another widget. You're selling something very meaningful. And what our software does is something that is very powerful and affects the lives of not just the government agencies themselves, but citizens. Millions of citizens will be affected by this platform through the use of, the inspections, keeping restaurants safe. So I would say that when working with government, you just got to go in, put all blinders aside and just go in wanting to roll up your sleeves and do the hard work. And that's, what we do at HealthSpace. Silas,
it sounds like Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg could use your help storing data correctly.
Yeah, it's very interesting and scary that a platform that large, a company of that size, has those sort of issues. And what's interesting is, the government, when we sign out software applications with them in agreements, they audit us, and we have to be audited top down, inside and out. And so, yeah, the compliance that, really lacks in an area like Facebook, social media, we run it through the rigors, and we are very much well above compliance on that end of the spectrum.
Yeah, that's a really good point you make. That you're a massively legit company if there's governments that are going to go and sign on to you for 5 years. And what I would imagine if with the state of Florida now signing on with HealthSpace, that's got to open up the door for other governments going, hey, these guys over at HealthSpace seem to know what they're doing.
You know what? It's very true. And one of the things about it is Florida was one of those things that we actually initially released out in terms of announcing it back in, October, November, because we won the initial bid. And then the contracting phase took quite a while. But it's important to note that that's actually not the norm. Most of the time, once we release and earn a bid, the state awarded us the contract, the contracting phase doesn't actually take this long. So moving forward, we've got a lot of big deals in our sales pipeline, and we're going to touch on that in the very near future in terms of what we have going on. But going forward, not only does this give us great standing, good references, and a past precedent for our cloud solution, it also allows us to close other deals faster because there's not such a kind of turning over of rocks, so to speak, going through all the details of auditing and contracting and things like that. So things from this point forward should and will move a lot faster when it comes to these sort of deals.
Oh, great. Well, listen, man, I'm glad we had this opportunity to do a quick catch-up. Silas Garrison from HealthSpace, HS is their ticker symbol, and Silas is a great dude. We're going to get him on and talk more about anything to do with sort of the technology side of this world. And I think we should book you on next week to talk about data and data protection and sort of how clients of just regular day use, like social media and that type of stuff, should maybe be a little bit more cautious online. I think you could add a lot to that conversation, Silas. So thank you so much. Congrats again. Working with the state of Florida, big 5-year deal, over $3 million. Sounds like you're a hockey player, and big 5-year, and no, we're really happy for you, and I always enjoy your knowledge that you bring to the program. Thanks for your time.
Hey, thank you, Todd. Look forward to catching up again next week.
Cheers. Healthspace.com, everybody.
This is the Todd Shapiro Show on Canada Talks, SiriusXM 167.